Everyone, this is Francis. Hello everyone, this is Francis. I think it just started. Hope that you had a great week. As you know, last week I had the chance to share some of the lessons I've had in Italy. And one of them was how to create your reality. And creating your reality at the end of the day was really based on your assumption and the action that you take. But there's something bigger that I wanted to share with you today, and that's the one thing that you can do or be to create big magic in your life. And I know it's a big word, I know it might sound like super big, but it's true. And here's the thing. Hi Alicia, how's it going? So the way to do it, the way to create the big magic in your life, and again, I'm not kidding, very simple, maybe not easy, but it's to be present. Be present. And I know you're probably thinking, okay, that's good, like be present, why big magic? No, it's true. And I'll share a story with you. Because at the end of the day, right now, as I'm speaking, the only moment that I have is now, Alicia, and nothing else. I mean, I don't know if you're like me, but I spend a lot of my time sometimes to worry about the future, or we're dwelling on the past, and we forget the beauty that's around us right now. And I'm not, yes, I can talk about gratitude, but I'm talking about the moment that we spend right now. So the last day in Italy, when I was leaving, like I told you last week, I had the chance to meet a really good friend now. His name is Bevan. And so we didn't know, but we were sharing the same sailing trip. What we didn't know is that we were ending our trip the last day in Naples. So, you know, we both had a flight that was very early in the morning. So our flight was dealing from Naples. It was in a different hotel. It was in a different hotel as myself for sure. And so we decided that we would just spend like the last dinner together. Kind of just saying, you know what, we had a great time. How about, you know, we didn't know each other, but now let's spend some time. Let's go for dinner. So we just decided to do it around 4:35. We're like, let's meet somewhere first. I decided to go to his hotel. My phone at the time, my battery was sinking like crazy, because I don't know if you've ever been in Europe, but I think, you know, when it's roaming, it's just, that's what my friend told me yesterday, Dwee, my friend Dwee's like, oh, it's because when you're roaming, the battery goes down. Anyway, I only had 40% left, and I'm using Google Maps. I have to find out where he lives or where his hotel is. I only have 40%. So finally met him, and now we're going to explore the city a little bit. He's like, hey, you know, I heard from the hotel guy, like apparently there's a great place we can go. And I'm like, where is that? Oh, it's in that way. And I'm looking at my map, and all of a sudden it's like, it's not just 15 minutes away from my hotel. It's about like an hour by walking. And I don't like that, because I know I have to wake up pretty early to be at the airport at 6. And my hotel is close to the train station, which means that at night, not a good idea to be around. Not so good of a good idea to be around. So I don't want to go like when it's dark. I'm thinking I want to go in my bed around 9. I'm going to have about 6-7 hours of sleep. It's going to be great, because my flight is leaving Naples to Munich, and Munich to Toronto, Toronto to Vancouver. It's crazy. So, you know, we're just starting to walk, and then I'm seeing other things of Naples that I haven't seen before, because it's kind of a bit dirty, dodgy, and all that, and you know, that's the first impression you have of Naples. So we're walking by, and then I'm starting to be a little bit impatient, because I'm thinking, well, now time is running, gotta go back to the hotel. So we see one place, and it's kind of a cool castle, and you know, in my mind and in my heart is saying, yeah, I'd like to see this place, but my mind is thinking there's like that time that I have to go back to my hotel, right? So he's looking at me, and I know what he means. He's like, do you think we could check this out? And I'm like, so I read a good book lately, and I talked about it. It's called The Surrender Experiment. So I'm like, I'm not going to react. I'm just going to take my time. I'm like, look, I'm going to say yes. I want to go, but keep in mind, I got to go back to the hotel, man. Like, you know it. Like, it's getting dark soon, and I want to be safe. And as I say that, at the same time, I'm like, you know what? In my mind, just let it go. Just let it go. You don't know what to expect. You're not even enjoying the moment right now. So just go with it. And then we just discovered a new place, which was fantastic. Fantastic, because we had the whole view of the town. I didn't even imagine how beautiful that part of Naples could be, and I discovered something great. And you know, after that, we're like, you know, hey, let's go for dinner. And at that point, I was totally relaxed, because I thought, like now I'm grateful. I'm grateful because if I would have said no to that experience, I would have missed out on lots of beautiful things. So he's asking me, so where do you want to go for dinner? At this point, like I'm surrendering. I'm like, I let it go. And that's one thing. When you're present, you let it go of what is. You're just, I'm in. So we went to a place, a great restaurant. And again, there's still some teaching involved right there. So I go to the restaurant and then, they're not serving dinner yet. I'm thinking, okay, so they're not serving dinner. It's 7 o'clock right now. Like, when are they going to do it? And you keep in mind, I wanted to be back at the hotel at 9 and I have 1 hour walk to go. So, in my mind again, so the server is saying, well, you know what, we're going to start serve the tapas around 7:30. Okay. You know what? Yeah, let's do it. So I'm doing it. And then, we're like, hey, you want a glass of wine? Let's just start with a glass of wine. He's getting the drink and we're doing it. And then times goes by. More people are coming. All the Italians are coming. You see, like it's kind of a trendy place where all the people are gathering. So it starts to be fun. And then eventually the food comes in. We're starting to talk to some of the people around us. They're telling us about Naples. We're having a great time. And time is running. But then it doesn't matter anymore. At one point, I think it was probably 10:30. 10:30, I'm like, wow, I guess we're not going to sleep tonight. And then I'm not even worried anymore. I'm thinking, well, I'll find a way. I just had 9 euros. I didn't want to use the cash machine. Needed to go back, maybe use the taxi. I needed to use my car, but it didn't matter anymore. So what ended up happening is that I think it was 11:30, something like that. Decided to pay my bill. Had a great time with my new friend, which imagine what I would have missed if I wasn't present to the actual situation. And it gets better because now I pay my bill. We're looking at the bar and I'm like, this is pretty cool here. Like, do you want to have a cocktail? Like, it looks like the cocktails look pretty good. So I guess, you're starting to swirl a little bit. I don't know if it helped, but anyway, we had, I think, 2 or 3 more drinks. And the beauty is that there was a woman next to us. She was from New York. And Bevan's from New York. They start to talk. They're actually from the same place, almost in the same industry. And you know what happened last week? Is that these 2 people, they went for a hike with other friends. They're friends now. They're friends. So I don't know if you realize the whole thing about this story. This story is just about letting go, surrendering to what happened. Sometimes we have our own agenda. We're thinking, oh, I got to do this, got to do that. But we're not even present. We're not even enjoying this present moment. We're dwelling on the past or we're thinking about the future and we miss so much. So much. Imagine now, not only Bevan's a great friend because we spent probably 6 hours together. I don't know the last time you spent 6 hours with one of your best friends, but that creates a pretty good relationship. I mean, obviously, we got along pretty well from the get-go, but still 6 hours. And then Patricia and Bevan are now friends thanks to the fact that we decided to live this present moment. And then there was that woman next to us, and now they're friends. So how can you relate to that? You're like, okay, this is traveling. You know what? You can do it in so many areas. You can do it, how about with your friends? How about next time you have a coffee, you're fully present to your friend? Maybe your friend has something very important to say to you, but wouldn't say it if you're not present because you can pick on the cues. Maybe you can just, have a huge impact on your friend's life. Maybe that could be with your parents. Maybe that could be with a client. Maybe you're just going to pick up in that present moment because you're not thinking about the past, you're not thinking about the future, you're just in that moment. Maybe you're going to pick up on something that they need, something that you can serve them with, just because you're in this present moment. This is why I say that this is the one thing that you can do to create big magic. Big magic. And all the times that you were in your life, I would bet the ones that you really, really, really enjoyed in your life, I bet that it's because you truly, truly lived that present moment. Some people it could be playing piano, surfing, whatever that is. But I bet that you were not thinking about the past and you were not thinking about the future. So this is why it's so important to me to share with you that lesson. I meditated before. I just wanted to be as true as possible as I could be and present with you. I asked the universe, I said, what can I say and how can I say it so that this message drives home? And thanks for listening, because I know that the present moment is the only one we have. Otherwise, we're just spending it's an illusion. We're not even present. We're not even in that time. Like, the past is gone. Future is not even happened yet. That's why I guess my grandmother always said, just be living in that moment now. The past is gone. Future hasn't happened yet. This is where we are. This is the time that we are now. This is the time to live. So live this week, my friends. I wish that you're going to be present. I wish you're going to have a great impact on your life, with your friends, with your family, with your clients. I know one thing. When you're present, you create big magic. Go get big magic this week. I love you guys.